paying the cost on their end.
Okay.
We're not paying for them, even though they're here.
Okay. You had another question?
The verification apparently is done by the office up in Conway.
Yeah.
The very same one that's been cut by I don't know how many people.
Yeah. Yeah.
What evidence do you have that they check?
I don't have any.
Don't you feel a responsibility in your position to at least check one of these a month to find out if it's on the level?
This Health and Human Services basically states whether they're able to receive services or not. When they become eligible, they receive services, we're billed for them. When they're gone, we get the notice that they're gone and they shouldn't be showing up on the bill anymore. I mean, the bill is checked, but our way to dispute the people on the bill, we don't have that ability anymore.
And the way our great system works is there must be a time lag between the time somebody passes away and by the time all the notifications. Do you at the same month, or how many months is it before, if I had died today and it was 2 months before you get noticed, how far back do they go to reimburse you for overbilling?
By the time we get the bill, if you passed away today, I wouldn't get the bill until a month later. So I would have already received that liability form saying that you passed away and you shouldn't be receiving any more.
So they're behind.
Right.
They're behind, so it's not right up to date exactly.
Well, that's what maybe I don't understand the system. I understood you to say we pay 1/12 of $3,960,000
every month.
Right.
For 12. Now, each month I would think there'd be something coming from the state saying this is your portion of people that are no longer getting these services, which I guess raises another question. How do they know what the services are going to be for somebody 6 months down the road? Is this all based on last year's usage?
I don't know that.
I mean, how do they figure? How do they know that starting in January, that next September, that they're going to need $3,900,000 worth of services? We could have a bomb drop in Carroll County and only have free living residents, and we'd still be, as I see it, we'd still be billed at $3,900,000. I mean, there's something wrong with this system.
They probably have something in place where to go by. They've been doing this forever.
As a representative,
maybe I should look into it.
Is that something that you should look into in Conway, the district office?
Yes, I think I should. I think I will.
I'm writing that down,
David. To the delegation. But is there any way that we can get notified of this? Because apparently someone's dropping the ball, and I'll go down to Concord and give them a piece of my mind, because I don't think we should be paying anything for anybody who doesn't live in Carroll County.
First you have to go to Conway.
Pardon me?
First you have to go to Conway.
Okay, well, whatever. Someone...
We'll go together, Brownie.
All right, well, what's going on?
Beats me.
Because, I mean, we certainly don't want to leave this to the delegation, because nothing will be done about it. So, can we get notified? Can the commissioners request that we get notified who's coming in, who's going out, when, where, whatever? Because someone's dropping the ball.
What do you mean, who's coming in and who's going out? Like the residents, our residents?
Well, I mean, to account for this $3,900,000.
Yeah, well, that would be protected by HIPAA. The names and everything.
All right, well...
The numbers probably.
Yeah, numbers, and then we can take it up from, if we have someone from another county. We shouldn't be paying them. They ought to be taking care of their people, we'll take care of ours. But, once again, we don't want
to... The error margin is not that great. I mean, there may be 2, 3, I mean, at most. I mean, they do a pretty good job of figuring out who's a resident and who's not. There are rules that go along with that. Like you'd have to live in the county for, 6 months before you're considered a resident of the county. You can't say move in here a week from now and, claim you're a resident. It reverts back to the original county.
Given that, if you are a resident of another county and you said that other county will pick up the cost,
Mm-hmm.
if that person following through on what you said, if that person then is here in Carroll for 6 months, does that end their responsibility?
Nope, they continue for as long as that person is here in Carroll County receiving services, they pay for them because it's their resident.
Okay. So that would hold true for out of county and out of state residents.
The only time it doesn't hold true is if somebody comes from out of state. Then it's whatever county they first landed in. Say if they went to move in with in-laws or something, then it would be wherever those people are.
Suppose they landed directly in a nursing home.
It would be that county.
Wait a minute, so
Okay.
someone moves to Florida, we still pay for that?
No, Florida pays for them.
But we are paying for people outside the county.
But they were originally
They were
residents of
originally
Carroll
from-
County. Right.
Well, what
So-
he was saying then, why
That's
would
in-state.
Florida pick it up?
In-state.
So if
Oh,
they,
in-state.
Right.
if they move anywhere in the state for 20 years,
Mhm.
Carroll County's still paying for them?
Because they were a resident of Carroll County.
Right.
20 years ago, or 30 years ago?
As long as they haven't left, if they went into a nursing home, yeah, we'd still continue to pay them. If they left the nursing home and, say, went to live in that town, and they were in there 6 months and then went back in a nursing home, then it would be that county, not us anymore. But if they got out of care, came back to Carroll County, say, went back in
No, I
care,
thought-
they'd still be
But
ours.
I thought you meant that once, wherever a person lands, that county is responsible for them for the rest of their life, if they stay within state.
Right. If they move from another state to us, that's the only time that happens. Otherwise, if they stay in state, it stays with us unless they, leave a nursing home and move to a different town without it outside of our county.
Okay.
It's very confusing.
One last question so we
Okay.
can move on. Go ahead.
Stephanie, I asked you if you got a monthly accounting by name and services, and you said yes. And then I understood you just 2 seconds ago to say you couldn't get some information because of the HIPAA laws.
I can't give you the
Couldn't give
names.
it out.
You couldn't get it.
Right.
I couldn't get the names, but you do have the names.
Yes.
So you got a real breakdown.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll just get numbers, and then we'll turn it over to Stephanie when we push out enough that they want names. And they can deal with her on the names, and then we can be reimbursed.
Just make sure that you get all the information, because Health and Human Services is very complicated.
Yes,
So
it is.
make sure that you're clear as to what you're trying to do, and make sure that they know what you're trying to do, because it's very complicated.
What is the entry, the line item? ADCS?
DEAS,
What is it?
Department of Elderly and Adult Services.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And that's what we're responsible for. We gave up a number of items when we did that statewide. The state, we were paying certain percentages of all of them, all the different line items.
And they were an actual billing. It was, not this cap stuff.
Yeah.
What was that again? HDED?
No,
DEAS.
Department of Elderly and
Adult Services.
Adult. Okay, we need to move on. Jason, thank you, Stephanie. Yeah. Good morning.
We do
have copies of your budget.
Okay.
That was printed off this morning for us.
You just got this.
I got it this morning.
I know it's in detail, but I don't like the bottom line, but we can go over it. So you can start right from the top, I guess. In overtime.
Okay. Do you want me to just say the numbers out loud, or you just want to go down the list? How do you want to do that?
If there's any changes, up or down,
Okay. We reduced the overtime line by $2,489.60 for a proposed of $26,011.16.40. Sorry.
Sorry. I had to interrupt.
Did you make any sense out of that message? Excuse us a minute.
Too hard for you.
Thank you, David.
No. You want me to?
I don't know what it means and why would the commissioners get involved in that.
Do you want me to go handle this?
What's that?
Do you want me to handle this?
Yeah.
Okay. I can go. Do you want me to suspend this and go deal with this? We call it.
Yes.
What is this all about? Can I see it?
Sure.
We'll have Jerry Gagney come in while you're taking care of that.
Okay.
The situation with the Madison Police Department. I'll go get Jerry.
So you want to take out this?
Yeah, I'll go take care of this right now, ma'am.
Donnie, have you looked at one of these bills monthly bills from DEAF?
All we get is it doesn't, for us, it doesn't say anything.
It just says 112 was that amount of money.
By the way,
How is it calculated, do you know? I mean, do they figure out how many people divided in the total cost for the state and then multiply it by the time we're responsible for? And if that's the case, it doesn't take in the individual situations?
my guess is that they know how much the cost is for each resident.
They didn't give you a copy of this?
At whether it be our nursing home or a private nursing home, in-state or out-of-state. And in county or out of county. And then calculate the overall cost for the year, add it all together for everybody, divided by 12. That's my guess.
Okay, we're going to continue on with the administration building budget. That's this building. And Jerry Gagney's responsible for it. And it looks like to me it's down by $11,000, but Jerry, go ahead and get down.
Well, the reason why that is because I'm not on the medical plan.
Right.
That's a big part of it.
Okay.
Well, all these numbers, Social Security is plugged, retirement plugged, the workman's comp plugged, unemployment taxes plugged, dental insurance, I'm off that. Medicare expenses plugged in. The contract services and fees, I haven't seen no increases anything this year, so it's gonna stay pretty much the same.
Okay.
We should be okay. Maintenance supplies, we went over a little bit last year, but I had some stuff I needed, so this year we're in real good shape there, so I was keeping it
Staying the
full.
same?
Yep. The electrical expense, we still got a ways to go.